Hello, dear students. Today I am here with you with the topic how metals and non-metals react with each other. So this is very interesting topic. Before starting this topic, always remember this thing that metals have tendency to lose electrons, and as they have tendency to lose electrons, after losing electrons they will acquire positive charge, and that is why they are known to be electropositive in nature. I am repeating again. Metals, they have tendency to lose electrons. That is why after losing the electrons, they will acquire positive charge, and by acquiring positive charge, they will be known to be electropositive in nature. Now, how we will come to know that this is a metal and it is going to lose electron? So, listen well. The element having 1, 2, 3 electrons in the outermost shell, it is going to lose electron and it will be a metal. I am repeating again. The element having 1, 2 and 3 electron will lose electron, and the element which will be having 1, 2 and 3 electrons in the outermost shell, that will be metal. This concept was done in 9th standard also. Then non-metals, I am just giving you the recapitulation. Non-metals have tendency to gain electrons, and when they will be gaining electrons, they will be acquiring negative charge. That's why they are known to be electronegative in nature. So, the elements which are having 4, 5, 6, 7 electrons in the outermost shell, they are known to be non-metals and they are going to gain electrons. And in the next chapter, we will be discussing the element having 4 electrons in the outermost shell, that is known to be versatile in nature. Why it is so? This we will be discussing in the next chapter, that is carbon and its compounds. So let us start. This was general recapitulation which was supposed to be given to you. Let us start now how metals and non-metals, they are going to react with each other, and when they will be reacting with each other, what type of bond, what type of ions are being formed. Let us see. Now see that we have taken formation of sodium chloride. We have taken formation of sodium chloride. When sodium chloride we want to form, we have written this way, sodium chloride. Fine. Now atomic number for sodium is 11. Its electronic configuration will be 281. Similarly, chlorine. Chlorine is having atomic number 17. Its electronic configuration is 287. One thing you just keep in mind, whenever the bond is supposed to be formed between the two different elements, the main condition is that their outermost shells should be completely filled. So, here what is there? Sodium is having 1 electron in the outermost shell. Chlorine is having 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So, what should be done? Sodium, if it will be donating 1 electron to chlorine, then what will happen? Then both of them, they will be having 8 electrons in the outermost shell. And when this will happen, the bond is going to be formed. How it is so? Just see. Sodium is having 1 electron in the outermost shell. Okay. Chlorine is having 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If sodium will be sharing 1 electron with the chlorine, what will happen? Both will be stabilized. Both will be having 8 electrons in their outermost shell, and then Definitely both will be stabilized and they are going to form ion, and the ion which will be formed by how? The ion which is being formed by the transfer of electrons from metal to non-metal, that is known as ionic compound, and the bond which is being formed, it is known as ionic bond. See how it will happen. Sodium, okay, sodium, it has by losing one electron it has acquired positive charge. Similarly, chlorine, it has gained one electron this way, so it has acquired negative charge, or NaCl. You might be knowing, earlier many times I have used this word. At your level, whenever we'll be talking about the compounds, first one will be positively charged, second one will be negatively charged. I hope now the thing is clear, how first one will be positively charged and second one will be negatively charged. These questions, these formation of different compounds are very important, so try to understand. Today only I have taken these examples only. So see, second is formation of magnesium chloride. Now we are going to see how magnesium chloride is going to be formed. Magnesium is having atomic number 12, electronic configuration 282. Then chlorine, atomic number 17, electronic configuration 287. Okay, now what will happen, how the things will go? Magnesium is having 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Fine. Chlorine is having 7 electrons in the outermost shell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am writing dot for one element, cross for other one. Reason, so that you should not get confused that how the transfer has taken place. Similarly here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 electron from here it will be transferred here, 1 electron from here it will be transferred here, and by transferring the 2 electrons, by losing the 2 electrons, it will be acquiring positive charge. Which positive? 2 positive. Why so? Because it has loosened 2 electrons. And chlorine, by gaining 2 electrons, one for one chlorine, other for other chlorine, it has acquired charge. How you are going to represent? This way, as chlorine is 2, here we will be writing 2 negative. Means what does this indicate? 2 negative, that chlorine has if you want to write 2 here, then also no problem. If you are writing here, then also no problem. So it means that two atoms, they have been shared, they have been taken by chlorine from magnesium. Then next example, let us see next example. Atomic number for sodium is 11. Atomic number for oxygen is 8. Electronic configuration will be 281. For oxygen it will be 26. 2 sodiums are there, fine. One electron in the outermost shell, it is having 1 electron in the outermost shell. Then oxygen is having how many? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 electron will come here to get stabilization, 1 from here. And when this will go on, as the sodium has donated 2 electrons, so it will be acquiring this way positive charge, and oxygen, as it has gained 2 electrons, so it will be acquiring negative charge this way. I hope the idea is clear now with these examples. Okay, then one more example, magnesium oxide. See, atomic number for magnesium is 282. Atomic number for oxygen is 26. Fine. Then magnesium is having 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Oxygen is having how many? 6. 2 will be given by this magnesium. Magnesium, by donating 2 electron, it will acquire 2 positive here, and oxygen, by gaining 2 electrons, it will be acquiring 2 negative, that is NgO. I hope all these examples are understood by you people. Fine. Now next I have coded the definition for ionic compounds. The compounds formed by the transfer of electrons. What type of transfer? From metal to non-metal. They are known as ionic compounds or electrovalent compounds. Examples are coded: NaCl, MgCl2, CaF2, etc. I hope this idea is clear to you, how the formation of bonds between metals and non-metals takes place. So many examples can be done by you. You can try at your part. In the next lecture, I'll be sharing with you the properties of ionic compounds. That's all for today. Thank you. God bless you.